Hi guys and girls, my name is Dan from geekchronicles.ro, and today I'm gonna present you how I build my own server, my own home server on a budget. Basically, this is my first video in English, so please be gentle. I'm gonna butcher English a bit. Let's hope I will get my message across. Because I'm in the advertising industry, more precisely marketing services, inevitably I'm in contact with servers. For the most part are just hosting servers for websites and services for my clients. So let's say that with time grew on me, not in a bad way. More precisely a few years back, like 2 or 3 maybe, I had an idea. How about I will dismantle my own rig, my own PC, and turn it into a virtualization machine. As of now in my home I have 2 tiny PCs that run different services like Home Assistant, but I wanted a more powerful server, a Windows machine, and also for a NAS that I was planning to build. Wait just a second. I stopped the video a bit because I'm editing now the video and I noticed that I wasn't specific enough. So allow me to make some clarifications. Basically for 2 years or so, I had a small form factor PC and I wanted to build a server in order to be able to access a virtual Windows 11 instance from my Intel NUC that is right now on my desk, and also to install a TrueNas virtual machine so it can manage all my files basically, and on top of TrueNas to install Nextcloud so I can replace Google Drive for my important files that I needed to back up from anywhere in the world basically. My budget was somewhat limited, that's why most of the parts that I got for my build were from Amazon warehouse or second-hand, because my goal was to get the best performance at the lowest cost possible without compromising stability or energy consumption. I'll put now on the screen all the parts that I got and an estimated total for all the parts. Basically it all came around 600 euros, something like that. That's because on some of the parts I got like really nice deals. I know that for some of you this is not really a budget build per se, but in my opinion, compared to the prices in this industry, in the server industry, this is really cheap. Also in the near future, I'm planning to add more RAM. Right now I have 64 gigs. I'm planning to upgrade to 128 gigs, add more storage in the form of 3.5-inch drives, and also upgrade the CPU to a Ryzen 9 3900 because I noticed they are really cheap in China. I will put now on the screen one CPU that I found, which is a really good deal in my opinion. And also another thing that I forgot to mention is that I have a GTX 660, Super I guess, something like that I managed to pass through to the Windows 11 VM. I guess that's about it. Now back to the video. So as I said before, the plan was simple. Dismantle my old PC, salvage all the parts that I could from it, and then build a new machine that was more suited for my needs. The first thing that I needed for my new server was a new motherboard. So basically I chose like a mid-range ASRock motherboard, made for gaming, but it worked perfectly in my application because it has 14 slots for RAM, 6 SATA ports and 2 M.2 slots for super fast SSDs. And also another thing that I like about this board is the fact that it has some extra PCI Express slots for future expansion, because I'm planning in the future to upgrade it to a 2.5 gig one or maybe a 10 gig one, but then I have to change the switch. That's another discussion. The CPU that I'm using right now is a Ryzen 5 3600, 64 gigs of RAM. For storage I'm using 4 hard disks, 2 10TB drives and also 2 4TB drives. I'm getting really sweaty. For the operating system, I'm using some M.2 HP, I don't remember exactly the model number, but I had that from my last build. And also I have one 2.5-inch laptop hard drive that I'm strictly using for Proxmox. Basically I wanted Proxmox to be loaded on a separate drive, because I read on the internet that sometimes Proxmox does some weird things. In terms of cooling, I'm sticking right now with air, because in this situation I found it to be more reliable than water cooling. The power supply I didn't want to go too crazy. It's a bronze power supply from Corsair. It's a budget power supply but it works great. And also the case, it's an older fractal design, I think the name is Define R3 or something like that I got second hand at a really good price. So basically I got this case for the hard drive base, and also in the future I can easily add more. As of now on my server I'm running Windows 11, also TrueNas, the free version, The performance is really good, but as a side note, you must install all the drivers because otherwise Windows will not work that great. And also it won't report correctly what resources it's using back to Proxmox. But the exciting thing is that now, basically, I can connect to my workstation from everywhere in the world with a somewhat decent internet connection. And also, another bonus fact is the fact that I can access my files where I have a decent internet connection. So yeah, this was my first video in another language. I hope you enjoyed it. If not, leave a dislike. Let me read your thoughts in the comment section below. And I'm out for now because I'm melting slowly.